Most people believe that the loudest person in the room is the one in control. They mistake volume for authority and talkativeness for intelligence. But in Stoicism, we learn that noise is often a shield for insecurity. When you speak too much, you are giving away your gold to strangers. You are revealing your fears, your doubts, and your plans before they are even ready. True power is not about being heard by everyone, but about being understood by a few through the weight of your silence. Why do we feel this desperate need to fill the void with words? It is the search for validation. We want others to know how smart we are, how hard we work, or how right we are. Every unnecessary word is a cry for help for someone to notice us. The Stoic sage knows that the only necessary validation comes from within. By staying quiet, you stop being a slave to the opinions of others. You regain control over your narrative and stop begging for attention. Speaking consumes energy, not just physical, but mental and spiritual energy. When you argue with someone who does not want to learn, you lose. When you explain your dreams to those who do not understand them, you weaken your will. Epictetus said that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Silence is a form of soul economy. It is saving your inner fire for action, instead of letting it escape as smoke through words. The ego loves the sound of its own voice. It wants to prove it is right, it wants to correct the mistakes of others, and it wants to have the last word. But every time your ego speaks, you become predictable. In a strategic world, unpredictability is a weapon. The man who speaks little is a mystery. No one knows his next move, no one knows his weaknesses, and no one can use his own words against him. Silence kills the ego and strengthens character in an unshakable way. The ultimate response, often the best response to an insult or a provocation, is the void. When you react with anger, you have given your aggressor what they wanted, control over your emotions. By remaining silent, you return the poison to the sender. Silence demonstrates a confidence that noise will never achieve. It says, without making a sound, you are not important enough to shake my peace. This is the true face of Stoic invincibility in everyday life. He who speaks does not listen. He who does not listen never learns. Silence makes you a detective of human nature. While others struggle to impress, you are mapping the terrain, noticing the lies and intentions hidden between the lines. Silence gives you the knowledge for a precise strike at the perfect time. Excessive information leads to devaluation. If you tell everything about your life, you become common. Silence creates an aura of mystery and authority. People who speak little are listened to with more attention when they decide to open their mouths. Their words gain the weight of gold coins, while the words of those who talk too much are worth like sand. If you want to be respected, learn to withdraw your verbal presence. Let the weight of your absence of noise speak for you. Work in silence and let your success make the noise. This proverb is the essence of strategy. When you announce your plans, the brain receives a false dose of dopamine, as if you had already achieved the goal. This kills your real motivation. Additionally, you attract envy and sabotage. Silence protects the seed before it becomes a tree. Keep your goals in the dark. The world doesn't need to know what you're going to do until it is done. External silence is only the beginning. The true Stoic challenge is to silence the internal noise, anxiety, judgment, and fear. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself to organize mental chaos. Silence allows you to hear your own reason above the screams of your emotions. It is in the void of silence that great ideas are born and wounds heal. Without silence, you are just an echo of what the world throws at you every day. You become a reflection of chaos instead of a source of order. Nature does not explain itself. The sun rises in silence, trees grow in silence, and mountains remain in silence for millennia, there is a raw and imperturbable force in that. We, human beings, are the only animals that feel the need to justify our existence all the time. By practicing silence, you reconnect with this natural force. You stop fighting against the flow of life and start flowing with it. Quietness is the language of the universe and of wisdom. Controlling what you say is the purest form of self-discipline. It is easy to say whatever comes to mind. It is difficult to filter every sentence through the sieve of truth, kindness, and utility. If what you are says not better than silence, do not sa it. This discipline spreads to other areas of your life. If you master your tongue, you master your impulses. You become a master of yourself, the greatest goal of any practitioner of Stoicism. How many wars, divorces, and tragedies could have been avoided if someone had chosen silence instead of a comeback? Pride pushes us toward the argument, but wisdom pulls us toward the calm. Winning an argument doesn't always mean being right. Often, it means losing your peace. Silence is the emergency exit from emotional labyrinths. It allows the dust to settle and logic to return to command. Choosing not to enter the fight is the ultimate victory of the spirit. We live in an era of constant exposure. If we don't post, it seems like we don't exist. The algorithm punishes us for silence, but our mental health suffers from the excess of noise. The dangerous power of silence today is being offline. It is having experiences that no one knows you had. It is savoring a moment without needing a like to confirm it. Digital silence is the new rebellion. It is the proof that you belong to yourself, not to a screen. Many people fear silence because they are afraid of being alone with their own thoughts. They turn on the TV, the radio, or a podcast to escape themselves. But it is in silent solitude that character is forged. The Stoic does not flee from solitude. He embraces it as a laboratory of the mind. Learn to enjoy your own company without distractions. If you cannot stand your own silence, why should others stand your presence? Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and everyone feels their presence without them saying anything? That is the density of character. Silence cultivates this energy. When you stop dispersing yourself in useless words, your physical presence becomes heavier and more magnetic. People feel that there is depth in you. They feel that you are someone who thinks before acting. Silence does not erase you. It makes you stand out in a world of empty, noisy people. There is an intimidating power in silence. When someone expects you to scream or explain yourself, and you just look into their eyes in silence, the person begins to project onto you. They start to reveal their own insecurities to fill the vacuum you created. Silence is the best mirror. It forces the other person to face their own foolishness. Without saying a word, you take the position of the judge, not out of arrogance, but out of absolute emotional stability. Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius were not men of many unnecessary words. Their letters and diaries are dense and direct to the point. They understood that life is too short to be spent on futilities. Their legacy has survived millennia because it was built on the rock of silent truth, not on the sand of cheap rhetoric. Follow their example. Turn your speech into a precision tool, not a background noise that no one respects. You don't need to become a monk tomorrow. Start with small challenges. Try to spend the first hour of your day without speaking or checking your phone. In a conversation, force yourself to be the last one to speak. When you feel the urge to complain about something small, choose silence. Observe how your perception of the world changes when you stop trying to edit it with your complaints. Silence is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. The greatest reward of silence is peace of mind. Fewer explanations mean fewer misunderstandings. Fewer arguments mean fewer regrets. Less exposure means less vulnerability. You discover that most of what stressed you out was just noise that you yourself helped to create. The power of silence is, above all, the power of freedom. Freedom from not having to prove anything to anyone at any time. You are the master of your internal kingdom. Now that you understand the danger and the power of silence, the question is, do you have the courage to be quiet? Let the world scream while you walk with calm and purpose. If this video brought clarity to your mind, show your strength by supporting the channel. Subscribe, like, and above all, apply silence in your life from now on. Comment below with just one word, silence. This will be our code that you understood the message. Until the next video.